Aquarium emesero mbok imine ki koma base dai se chike na nam no fun nyani demme yuwe mikro fausen prene funko me yona na ba na ba demme asu temba ko se ineke mbok ba sen prem mbok no yom bangto efne bene no ukara idan nyene bo yare nwa me diong song se sang ito stenyan e dok sten fen se ado wak aneke adio yonenda Governor Dumi Manuel Gesene being a midage, Gagas, Usong Korabasi, Aka, Uruna Penkan, Usong to East West Road, a Kubo Yom Bomi to Combongan.
Tioku Songoro, on me one motu, Yemenam Bubere, Ata Wang Fana. A te Udumi Manuel elected Kusongoro Kedum Gukuru Songoka Fono, I sang ake Eroquabum State, a two meeting. A yam Ariano Yodote Yak, Aukaridun in Nigeria. Edison work enom memo. A work at Agano, a some Pombango Sonke, Nigeria, a te Emmanuel Rock, a my one, and I want the people with Penner, care government, a yes and work and one moke Musongoro. Mention Susan, a to be rude, United me steady when Adiok 8080. Care Ecorabasi. Imo, Etimudo, a combo NTA.
Enam no idioma ke menamutum a constant siki kaya utum iki wakake na seru nkpongo ke do pa usenutum ke ndworudu asala amake kwene akombong ngena maka ufo utum kara ake state yeki ramyan uba usenpong anyong anam no idioma ke menamutum a constant siki baro iki wakake na seru nye yaben bogome ake smutat inonyan
Kombong ngene na misa ka miti una ngutum ema krebo ke usoritie ibereke ndieno so mena mutum ema ba kiti utomamo ke Aquarium State Secretariat mbriki do ke me Federal Secretariat usok mena mutum konsen ke tangi ko yeme kombong ngen ema bo ku sendu odudo do no mi mai fet adi mani yon di mem po bribe no fo isoritie utomamo
already gidi okay ama afoni titi edi mpo ruwa ke song because nidia unam turun po we can get it because of song ruwa but minimum ka pani ko ibuke mpo yakbo
ke mitu na ngambo bere me ku yo e ma krebo ke mewe wo edi ndio na fre we yon ndo odudo edi mi ke uyo Mary Jona okombo NTA
Agbasorente ukara edomoke afrefru keme adi trembono wo ke stengen adi sambenga mpogusong me benge esqwa wakke usen kusen tenam coalition tim ke bionyan bon siron fu yo etanke adi kapadum pomfana inom memo e ko yo mbo minko ito kongo inse
maybe okuna ro ngene ni ngene mention simfana ke kutu menfana miedo usanga benga mpo ke mention sitie awo di wan kana itako kala state nyan aya krebo ke adi benga mpo ado takbon mpo iban iden yen to ine nanga ke ntubo utum ado nyene ke bonga wesat ado mikana iden anto ine sige mo wa sanga ya mo sanga benga mpo e kameru wem yen to yan ko ese sanga ye class moto ke naira dup ado go ntambu no wat moto e ke merito mongut akposokoro amoy mi ne mesri banga uwe mu benga mpo moy rugomi ado mo so ka kai so di benga mpo mane kameri ampo
ondo don je manyan de jan yo ichion so bi nye 70 be very candidates ngawadi yo wo mi mo ga mpo se na nya ba so in fact mpo song those are the reason while I am here and if from my beloved ones
ya min sang anda ya kren ni to me rim fana ane kam mo na mo akan tengen ya sama mo no kusongom
nya ko semende fo fangweje emna mbo fangweje
usong bono wo e mai tanga boke ubere mpo mi asugo ndara iranyan ye state nyan akpan kini usong bono wo ekebo kunana you could aro takpan tak amewe se sanga be mpo ndion ke wo mi na mampo ibanga ke sori ka kai suiba
government Aquarium State bana singo mo gusong age mi dom bie ba mi dom mo ge mo ba ge nam ko no so they should bana mo kai so di song msio mo mai ngo kat nai be na mo no itie no se nam
ido advisable ade ya the toy can the toy ten you say go song ebe whereas we have ministry which they can channel their problem to
mana tore kana siukut abion unana ye chiu song ari kan wet ana ena mpo ataw so be krebo ke sio mebe kusong ke uyo mfona bon edit akombo NTA
Ukang chen tembo wa sen frame atre ru ma song da kanda ki ti me ne kam me di yo iba ya ri ben bo me an ni non yan ke I kom makara bom te ba je song ye no ka to kang fe.
And thank you for joining us on the news this morning. Hope you had a beautiful night's rest. My name is Edidion Iba. An appeal has been made to the federal government to urgently rehabilitate the federal roads linking Akwa Ibom with other states which are in a deplorable condition. Governor Udom Emmanuel made the appeal during an inspection visit to the failed portion of the Ikorobasi-Oroganam Road around the east-west road axis. Government House correspondent Imoet Mudo has the story.
The failed portion of the road, which has made the road unmotorable, has crippled vehicular movement and economic activities in the area. Governor Udom Emmanuel said the road is the only remaining functional federal road, as all others have been broken down and cut off Akwa Ibom State from other neighboring states. He therefore called on the federal government to urgently intervene.
This is a major economic road taking us into East-West Road. Once we allow this one to collapse, we are completely cut off. And I wouldn't let that happen. But at the same time, let federal government come to our aid. This is a typical area. While it takes certain sums of money, let me not put figures here, to do a kilometer of road in other parts of this country, it will take you almost 10 times that to do the same kilometer of road in Akwa Ibom State and probably other Niger Delta states. You need to see the amount of money we spend in even excavating the mud and the clay. Like some places you might excavate up to 16 meters deep and then you start filling because we are in a typical region.
Representative of the controller, Federal Minister of Works, Mr. Emmanuel Rock, said the ministry is working towards awarding contracts for the rehabilitation of the affected roads.
We've intervened through NDDC on Calabar too. Now it's passable, and I think within the next 2-3 weeks, government will award Ikotekbene to Calabar dualization contract.
Of recent, most federal roads linking Akwa Ibom State with other states have been in very deplorable condition. In Ikorobasi, Imo Itimudo.
Low turnout of civil servants characterized the first day of work resumption in most federal ministries and parastatals in Akwa Ibom State. Clement Barakwi visited the federal and state secretaries Uyo at the early hours of Wednesday and has this situation reports.
On a normal day, this main entrance of the Federal Secretariat here in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, is often a beehive of activities. But today the story is different. It appears civil servants here are yet to recover from the holiday mood. Most of the offices were still under lock as at the time of this report, while few workers were seen on their duty posts.
The area is scanty, people have traveled far and wide and they need some time to come back, perhaps during the weekends.
At the Akwa Ibom State Secretariat, the situation was a departure from the Federal Secretariat experience. Here at the State Secretariat, civil servants are back on their duty post, an indication that the public holidays are over. Some of the civil servants said the long public holidays afforded them the opportunity to refresh for more productivity.
We relax and enjoy ourselves with our family members.
We actually had a good time, apart from the fact that money was relatively scarce.
My greatest expectation is to see how the job is being pushed further.
Financial institutions and other business premises in Uyo also witnessed increased traffic of customers for different transactions. In Uyo, Clement Barikui, NTA News.
The ongoing strike action by resident doctors in the University of Uyo Teaching Hospital has crippled healthcare services in the hospital. This was the view of some patients at the hospital who spoke with NTA News. Nsika Okon, who visited, came back with these reports.
Since August 3rd, 2016, resident doctors at the University of Uyo Teaching Hospital embarked on indefinite strike to protest disparity in their allowances comparable to their colleagues in other teaching hospitals in the country. Some patients who visit the hospital have been in a helpless situation as a result of delay in receiving medical care due to skeletal services offered. When NTA News crew visited the hospital at about 1:45 p.m., some patients were seen at the outpatient department waiting for doctors to attend to them. Some of them lamented that the delay in waiting for consultants on duty to see them is very stressful and called on government to look into their demands for the sake of the public.
I've been here since morning anyway, but right now I'm about to be attended to.
Not been too bad, but I've wasted a lot of time since morning, and this may be as a result of the strike that some of the doctors here are embarking on.
I've not been attended to. I've not seen the doctor.
A nurse who spoke said the strike action does not affect the nurses in performing their normal duties. She advised patients to visit the hospital as they are on ground to attend to them.
Like people that will come, the doctors, the consultants are still doing their work normally. They will look at them, attend to them. The ones that need urgent attention, even in the theater, they're still trying their best. So the hospital has not really been closed down because the doctors, some of the doctors are not on. But we are doing our best, and we are believing that they will soon come back.
The Chief Medical Director of the hospital, Professor Tete Peters, who described the strike as unfortunate, says government has been in dialogue with the affected doctors to enable them return to their duty posts. He appealed to his colleagues to consider the overall interest of the patients who cannot afford the bills of private hospitals.
We've engaged them in various meetings and dialogues to see how the strike could be suspended, at least in the overall interest of the patients. We pleaded with them that government has promised that at least by the end of September, money will be available, will be made available for us to start the implementing the skipping here.
In Uyo, Nsika Okon, NTA News.
News and other information, you can visit our website on www.ntachannel12uyo.tv. Like us on our Facebook page, NTA Channel 12 Uyo, and you can equally follow us on Twitter at NTA Channel 12. Despite efforts of government and the media to tackle the issue of street begging in the state, the population of beggars has remained on the increase. With the present economic recession, residents of Uyo say the situation has not only become worrisome, but also a social threat. Ifoma Ahoji has details.
Cities across the country are confronted with diverse and complicated problems which have socio-economic and fiscal implications. Mostly experienced by city centers is the issue of street begging. A drive round Uyo, the Akwa Ibom state capital, one will readily observe that begging for alms publicly is fast becoming a normal phenomenon as men, women, and even children are seen at traffic points soliciting for help. Children offer menial services such as washing car windscreens for tokens as low as 10 naira at the risk of being knocked down by reckless drivers. Although some beggars feel bad about the lifestyle, still they are involved in begging activities as a major means of livelihood.
So in fact, those are the reasons why I am here. I need help from my beloved ones.
I want money to buy something.
Some people describe this act as a social deviance as it contradicts the norms and values of Akwa Ibom State.
It's a very bad stigma to have such in Akwa Ibom State. It will look as if as Akwa Ibom State, all of us, we are beggars.
Government cannot allow them to remain on the road and begin to beg. It is an embarrassment.
In Nigeria, people always want to treat the symptoms. We don't want to go into the root of it. It's a social responsibility of government.
Others say much as poverty is a major cause of street begging, it will continue to thrive if nothing is done to curb the menace.
The situation of this country now, you know that things are very tough. And without these children doing this, they can't be able to pay their school fees. Because their parents cannot be able to do it again. They are not capable. Unless if government can listen to them.
I do prefer them to go to ministry, get in contact with their heads. They will link them. So hanging around the street, it can cause motor accidents.
The government should look for a way of rehabilitating them. They're actually looking for what to eat.
It is the duty of the government to handle the situation.
To actualize the Sustainable Development Agenda by 2030, particularly the items on no poverty, zero hunger and quality education, an effective means must be initiated to take beggars off the street. In Uyo, Ifoma Ihoji, NTA News.
Now to sports. Super Eagles coach says he will leave in Nigeria to enable him watch Premier League matches in order to beef up his team with home-based players in the country. Sports correspondent John Paul Alumona has details of these and other sports reports.
Eagles German technical advisor Janet Raw, while expressing his determination to qualify Nigeria for the 2018 World Cup in Russia, says making Abuja his home will help him monitor local matches in order to select quality players that will be included in the Super Eagles. He added that he has wide experience in African football and its administrators, assuring that he will not have any issue with his employers.
I wanted to see young players too, coming from Nigeria. And I think we must have a good cocktail of experienced players and young players to be mobile, not only staying all the time in Abuja. We'll go to other cities too to see the games, because in Abuja there's not a club of Premier League, so a little bit far away from, not to staying only in Abuja to see the people of Federation. I want to see the games, want to see the players, want to see the coaches, want to work with local coaches, must have communication, so of course, so we must be everywhere.
Meanwhile, Team Nigeria contingent to the 2016 Rio Paralympics are in high spirit as the competition enters day 7. Nigeria still has 6 gold, 2 silver and 1 bronze medal, won in day 5 of the ongoing games. For sports update, John Paul Alumon, NTA News.
Weather forecast for today, Thursday, September 15, 2016 shows that the morning period will be cloudy at 20 degrees Celsius. The afternoon period will be sunny at 22 degrees Celsius, while the evening period will be rainy at 30 degrees Celsius. And that's the news. We thank you very much for watching. But remember that the task of nation building is a collective responsibility. Let us all join hands to fix Nigeria. And that's the news. We thank you very much for watching. Join us again by 7 o'clock later this evening. Do have a very beautiful day.
Children's Summit 2016. NTA Channel 12, your dependable station, has since 2012 organized a special annual children's program tapped Children's Summit, a speech-making event by children drawn from both public and private schools to mark the anniversary of the creation of Akwa Ibom State and Nigeria's independence.
Topics treated so far are as follows: 2012, Uncommon Transformation, its impact on the Akwa Ibom child. 2013, Free and Compulsory Education, its impact on the Akwa Ibom child. 2014, How to make our environment safe and secure for
2015, Skill Acquisition, a secured future for the Akwa Ibom child. Be a part of the bumper edition of the 2016 Children's Summit.
With the theme, The Opportunities for Akwa Ibom Child in a Diversified Economy. Date, October 27, 2016. Time, 10 a.m. prompt. For inquiries and registration, contact the Manager Programs, NTA Channel 12, Akatinen Road, Uyo, or call
0803-882-7840, 0803-668-0096. Children's Summit.
Promoting healthy competition among school children.
The entire people of Akwa Ibom State, and indeed Nigerians, will celebrate the 29th anniversary of the state's creation on Friday, 23rd September 2016, and Nigeria's 56th anniversary on Saturday, 1st October 2016. The Nigerian Television Authority Channel 12 Uyo, your dependable station, offers a unique platform for government ministries, agencies, local government areas, corporate organizations, churches, and individuals to send congratulatory messages to our amiable governor, Deacon Udom Gabriel Emmanuel, the executive governor of Akwa Ibom State, for the show of pragmatic style of leadership manifested on the various life-touching projects spread across the state. Also to our President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, on his unprecedented quest to make the country a corrupt-free nation. For inquiries and participation, visit the Marketing Department's NTA Uyo or call the Manager Marketing on 0803-682-4188. Ikobo 0703-018-5002. Or phone book 0703-130-3507. Afion 0806-515-6386. Come, let us celebrate our nation to greatness.